Welcome to Math Beyond Borders. Mathematics Simplified. Welcome geniuses. In today's video, let's talk about LCM and HCF. LCM. LCM means lowest common multiple. Now, lowest common multiple means the smallest number which will be in the table of both the numbers that are given to you, or if there are three numbers, then all tables of all three numbers given to you. The lowest number, the first number which is common in all three. Okay, that's a multiple. And then the second one is factor, highest common factor. Highest common factor is the biggest number that can divide both the numbers that are given, or all three numbers, or all four numbers that are given. Okay, so that's the difference between multiple and factor. Lowest common multiple, the smallest number that is in the tables of both the numbers, or any amount of numbers that's given. Yeah, and highest common factor is the number which can divide all the numbers that are given. So let's have a look. Let's also do it with the same method and see what is the small difference between them. So the numbers in question are 15 and 20. Now we are going to do 15 and 20 LCM first. So you draw a grid like this, then you see which is always start with the smallest numbers, 2, 3, 5, 7, right? Now 2 cannot divide both of them, 3 cannot divide both of them, but 5 can. So 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20. Now you know, just for the sake of simplicity, let's also keep going with the division. For example, I know 3 cannot divide 3 and 4 both, so let's just divide 3 for now and make it a 1, and 4 comes down as it is. And now let's divide 4, 1, and let's bring this 1 down as it is, right? Now these three, when you will multiply them together, will be your LCM. So 5 times 3 times 4 is 60. So 60 is the smallest number that is there in the table of 15 and 20 both. Okay, now let's do the HCF. Same way, but this time this method cannot happen, and let me show you what I mean. So HCF is when we need to find the biggest number that can divide both of them. So it's a 5 at the end and a 0, at least 5 will divide both of them, right? So 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20. Now there is no number that can divide 3 and 4 both, right? So then 5 becomes our HCF. So our HCF is 5. Okay, so do you see the difference here? When it came to a stage where we could not divide it any further, we keep passing the number on like this, okay, unless we can divide it, and we end when it becomes 1, 1. But here, as soon as the number the pattern of division ends where there is nothing common left between the two numbers to divide it any further, what is here becomes your HCF. Okay, let me show you one more example, this time with 3 numbers and slightly complicated numbers, so that it becomes further clear. Okay, right, so I have 2 numbers here, 18 and 30, and I'm keeping it for 2 numbers for now, but I will at the end show you also one example with 3 numbers. Or why not, let's make it 3 numbers right now, if you think. Okay, so I have again kept 2 numbers here, although I wanted to do 3, but I want to first clarify the concept and then I will go to 3 numbers. Okay, so let's have a quick look. Quickly draw the grid. Let's start with the smallest number, 2. We know there is an even number and a 0, so 2 will definitely divide. So 2 times 9 is 18 and 2 times 15 is 30. Now as you see, 9 and 15 are both in the table of 3. So 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 5 is 15. Yeah, now there is a 3 and a 5, so 3 can divide 3, so 3 times 3 is 1 and 5, and now 5 can divide it, so 1, 1. Now because it is 1, 1, we stop here and we multiply all these 3 numbers together, right? So 5 times 2 is 10, 10 times 9 is 90, so my LCM will be 90. Now let's see what my HCF is gonna be. Again, let's start with small numbers, so 2. 2 times 9 is 18, 2 times 15 is 30. Now I know 3 can divide them, so 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times 5 is 15. Now as you can see, I know there is nothing common in 3 and 5, so it cannot be divided any further. So this becomes my HCF. 2 times 3 is 6. So HCF is 6. Okay, now let's try this with this 3 number situation, right? And I'll show you how it works with 3 numbers. It's exactly the same, but just to clarify it. Okay, geniuses. So as you can see, I added a 15 to it, and let's head on to do the LCM. Okay, so I know they all can divide with a 3 for sure. So 3 times 5 is 15, 3 times 6 is 18, 3 times 10 is 30. Now, again, as you see, I can divide at least 5 and 10 with 5, right? So 5 times 1 is 5, 6 will come down as it is, and 5 times 2 is 10. Now I know 6 and 2 can be divided by 2. So 2 times this 1 will come down as it is. 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 1 is 2. And now I will write 3 here. 1 will come as it is. 3 times 1 is 3, and this one will come as it is. So now my final, at the end there are 1, 1, 1. So which means when you multiply this, you get your LCM. Okay. So 5 times 2 is 10, times 3 is 30, times 3 is 90. So, or let's go by the series. 3 times 5 is 15. 15 times 2 is 30, times 3 is 90. So my LCM is 90. Okay. And now let's look at the HCF. Cool. You remember when it was 18 and 30, my HCF was 6. Now let's try with 15, 18 and 30. 2 cannot divide all 3 of them, but 3 can. So let's do 3 5s are 15, 3 6 are 18, 3 times 10 is 30. Now there is no number that can divide all 5, 6 and 10, all 3 of them. So my HCF is 3. Easy, right?
Thank you for learning with us. Please share the video with those who you think may need it. Also, if you want to request a topic, put that in the comments section. So until the next video, keep learning, keep questioning. Bye.